I'm so excited for small group.
Hi,
Hi, what's your name?
I'm Sharissa.
And where am I right now?
You are in Kits West Point Gray.
And could you tell me what day it is and what time it is?
It's Tuesday at 7 p.m. Come on in.
Oh, thanks so much.
Well, hey everybody, it's great to be with you. I am here with Rachel.
Hi.
And it's always so fun to get to do the corner with you.
It's by always we mean a few times.
Yeah.
More than one, less than five.
Yes, definitely less than 5. Well, anyways, do you have any announcements for us this week?
I do. I want to address what may be obvious to you. And we have added some new small group photos to the mantle. And who do we have here? We have Anna Joy and Sam's group in Burquitlam. Hello to you. I think they're in Asia right now.
Oh, amazing.
We have Katrina and Nathan's group in Surrey.
So
Hello
fun.
to you. Al and Irene's group is new on the mantle.
Oh,
Hello.
Hi guys.
In North Van. And then near and dear to my heart, we have my beloved small group that's been added to my right here.
Oh, is that why it's there?
Yeah, it's to be as close to me as possible. A couple other announcements that are really fun. Several months ago in June, we held a combined worship night, and we hosted that with Westside Church and Church Untitled, and it was a worship night for the churches of Vancouver, and it was hosted at Westside Church, and it was so special.
It was awesome.
To be able to do that together and link arms with other churches in the city. We're doing that again, and we're doing that on December 31st.
It's going to be
New
awesome.
Year's Eve. This is the first time we've been able to talk about it at 7 p.m. We would love to invite you to join us to that and ring in the new year. I don't think we'll stay till midnight, but it'll be fun to be there
I
together.
feel like some people will just really stay. I don't know, but we'll see.
You and me.
Maybe. I don't know. I started going to bed before midnight many years ago.
Really?
Yeah. You know, it was by the third kid. It was like, and I have to go to sleep because
That's fair.
they still wake up early.
That's fair. And then another announcement that we'd love to share with you is that
You got it. I feel it's just on the tip of your tongue.
we want to share with you the dates that are important as we head into Christmas and as we head into January. The last small group of 2023 that will be like content sent out to small groups will be December 10th, 11th, and 12th. And you can choose to have like a Christmas potluck or a Secret Santa exchange or a Christmas party on that night if you'd like. Or you can do normal small group curriculum and content on that night and then push your party or a celebration if you choose to do that the week after, which is December 17th, 18th, and 19th. And then we take more than a month off and we're back starting up small groups in 2024 on January 22nd and January 23rd. And that is right when our small group pastors get back from our annual small group pastors retreat, which is fun. And that may seem like a really long break, and it is, but that's really just to give people some time to reset and allow us all to start small groups up in January with excitement and energy. And so that could be helpful for you as you look ahead and plan out your year and your start of 2024.
I just want to say on behalf of all of us, I think it's pretty amazing how many dates you just remembered off the cuff. She's not using cue cards. I want you to know there's nobody over here holding all these dates. Well done, Rachel.
That's why I couldn't remember the announcement. So much brain space is taken up by numbers.
But you got there. You did it, and we thank you for it.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Well, this week in our sermon series, we were on week 9 of the 10 Commandments, but it was actually commandment number 8. So commandment number 8 is Exodus chapter 20, verse 15. I actually don't even really need it. It's just 4 words. You shall not steal. That is the command that we studied this week. You shall not steal. Okay, Rachel, have you ever stolen or been stolen from? It's a safe spot to confess.
Yeah, super safe.
Small group here.
I used to really love those Lindt gold wrapped chocolate bunnies that come out at Easter. And they always used to catch my eye. and they still do. I love that they're hollow. I love that they're delicious. And I grabbed one when I was probably 5
Okay.
or so, and proceeded to just unwrap it on the way home and ate it. And my mom did turn around the car and,
Oh, she did.
you know, the classic story of making you go in and
Oh.
and say sorry to the Save-On worker.
I love it.
That's my memory of stealing.
Okay.
It wasn't a good one. It ended with embarrassment and an apology.
Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, how about you?
Thanks. You feel like, have you been waiting a long time to share that? No. I have a similar story, but I'm the mom in the story where
Yeah.
I remember my oldest son stealing. We were living in Alabama, so he stole from the Winn-Dixie, which sounds so Southern. He stole from the Winn-Dixie, and
Is that like a convenience store?
no, it's like a Save-On. It's a grocery store.
And it's not like
And
a family-owned.
I don't know.
Okay.
No idea the history of Winn-Dixie, but he knew enough. He was like not even 3. He knew enough to know to wait till we got home to
Right.
like show it to me,
Right.
and kind of like I succeeded, and I did the mom thing. I was like, okay, we're driving back. I had him confess, and I actually was talking to him about it this week, and I asked him, Noah, do you remember me doing that with you? Because I remember thinking, this is a good parenting moment. You will learn in one object
Right.
lesson to never steal again. Like, it's so serious. This is a character formation
Right.
issue. And he was like, I have no memory, not any memory at all
Okay.
of this. And so I was like, well, have you ever stolen again? And he said, only hearts, Mom. So, he's 18. What can I say?
Good one, Noah.
I know, good. It was pretty quick, but he hasn't stolen, so I'm taking it as a win. So, Rach, maybe you could just share with us one thing that, as you were prepping for the sermon, really stuck out to you that you learned that caught your attention.
There's a lot we could talk about when it comes to stealing. As I was reading, I was like, oh, that technically would be stealing, or time theft and plagiarism and all these things that you're like, okay, yeah, that is stealing, and
There's
God
tons.
would forbid that. But something that was interesting to me is looking specifically at the 10 Commandments. And we have looked at horizontal commandments and vertical commandments, commandments that deal with us and God, and then commandments that deal with us and our neighbor. And with all of the neighbor commandments, stealing is at the root of it.
Right.
Stealing someone's life, stealing someone's spouse, stealing someone's integrity or reputation, when we bear false witness.
Right.
All of the horizontal commandments come down to stealing, which I thought was really interesting.
That is so interesting. That stuck out to me too. Yeah. One thing that really landed with me was just as we were studying this, the idea of what stealing is in the biblical mindset. You also kind of make this turn in the New Testament where you see Jesus addressing it. You see it in the book of Ephesians as well. Like, what is the opposite of stealing then? Kind of gives this robust vision of, okay, well, we know what stealing is, but what's like the remedy? What's the opposite of it? And that's generosity, which is such a beautiful, it's such a beautiful reality that, and we see this in God, right? God is not a taker. He's a giver. He is worthy of our trust. And so whenever we choose to steal, that is like a failure to, first of all, love our neighbor. And so then generosity is actually being generous to our neighbor is the opposite of stealing. And then also stealing is a failure to trust God. And whereas generosity is trusting God with all that you have and not just your resources, it's trusting God with your time and the things that are in your sphere of influence. And so, and I think even bigger than that, if we zoom out even a little bit more, talking about generosity and the reality that God is a giver, He gave us Jesus Christ. Like, we can see that so clearly. And even Jesus Christ, when He laid down His life on the cross, He gave His life. Nobody took it from Him. We do this every week when we're talking about communion. Nobody took Jesus's life. He laid it down, gave it generously, freely, and in the same way, we're meant to live generous lives, open-handed lives, not be. This is the God's vision for humanity, that we would be makers and not takers, givers and generous people. So, yeah.
We're going to toss it to you now. Tonight would be a great opportunity to talk about this commandment and the teaching that you heard on Sunday, but also this invitation to be generous with one another in the context of a loving and generous God. And so we'll toss it to you, and we hope you have a really meaningful discussion tonight.
Bye, guys.